like to inspire and motivate adults to dream again. Because as we go through life and take on our different roles and responsibilities, we tend to put our dreams on the back burner. And my goal here at DawnDares2Dream is to help you pick those dreams back up and to pursue them again. Now, I want you to understand, I started DawnDares2Dream because I wanted to relay my message and my heart and my feelings across to whomever would listen. It can be difficult getting your closest family and friends to understand the way that you believe and when you try to express it and share it. So this was like my backdoor way into letting everybody know. Now I may have lost some viewers as a result of that because they don't agree. And that's fine. I am definitely a proponent of everyone having their own thoughts, their own process, their own mindset that works for them. Your religion works for you, you keep that. No one's telling you to get rid of that. Whatever it is that works for you, continue to use it. I'm just saying that sprinkle some of this other information on it, this personal development information that I'm providing you, and see where your life takes you and how you take off personally. Take it out. But always remember, we are in control of how we see our environment. I don't care what everyone says it looks like or everyone says it is. We are in control of how we choose to perceive the environment. Hey dreamers, welcome back. And thank you to all the new dreamers who stopped by DawnDares2Dream today to see what we're all about. Well, today it's Smoothie Tuesday. Smoothie Tuesday, because you know we got to get off those pandemic pounds, right? So this smoothie is rather simple. It only has, 4 fruits and then the soy milk and the Greek yogurt. I want you to know this week my whole goal was to piggyback off of one of my videos that I did that talked about how we use the law of attraction naturally. We talked about that last month. It was only one video, and I wanted to kind of stretch that out a little bit and give a little bit more information, a little bit more detail as to how we do that. So today I want to focus on our negative Nancys and our negative Neds. Our worry warts. Those people who just worry. Now, sometimes we ourselves can worry if we're really concerned about something. And I'm going to show you how to turn that worry into focusing on what it is that you want and desire. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on in this smoothie. It's called the Mango Delight Smoothie. Now, I didn't create this recipe myself. This isn't one that I've created. I actually purchased a Vitamix blender a few years ago, and it came with a recipe book, and it has beverages in there, and some of the beverages are smoothies. So it had this smoothie that I'm going to add a little bit to. So what goes in this is, of course, mango, banana, orange, apple, and that's all they say with crushed ice. That's it. Now I'm going to add in some Greek yogurt with plain Greek yogurt. That's going to help to smooth it out a little bit more. And I'm also adding in a little bit of almond milk that has no sugar added. I'm adding a little bit more liquid to it so that it can be a little thinner for me. Because you have to remember, the Vitamix blender is extremely powerful and it can liquefy solids rather easily. But this blender is not a Vitamix. It is a powerful blender, but it's not a Vitamix. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the liquid to help the blender combine all the different ingredients. So let's get started. Okay, dreamers, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to peel the mango. Now, this mango has been in my fridge for a couple of weeks, so it's going to be really, really ripe. And that's wonderful when you're doing a smoothie, because typically with smoothies, you can struggle with sweetness. Now, with a mango as ripe as this smoothie will not need additional sweetener. Now, if you want to add additional sweetener, what I would say is to use like an agave syrup, something like that, or honey. Also, because we're using a mango, the mango is actually going to help the smoothie be creamier. If you've been watching my smoothie videos, every time I use a mango, I talk about the consistency of the mango when you place it in the blender, what it does. It helps to have your ingredients all stick together a lot better. But I'm still gonna add in the plain yogurt, and that's what the Greek yogurt is actually meant to do, help to make sure your smoothie is kind of cream and has the consistency of what you would get when you go out and purchase one. That's what the Greek yogurt does as well. But what I really wanted to talk about again, is that worrying that we can tend to do. And then when we worry, it's like we get exactly what we were worrying about. The thing that we didn't want to happen happens. That's because the law of attraction is always working. You know how I say the law of attraction is always working? Well, it worked. You kept thinking and focusing on the negative, and that's exactly what you received. So I have some advice on how you should approach your worrying thoughts. Those thoughts that you can't seem to get out of your mind. We're going to talk about how to switch those over to more positive thoughts. So in the instance where you are focusing on, I'm going to say, you want to get safely from your house to your job in 30 minutes because you know that it's possible for you to do this every day, right? But all you keep thinking about is everything that could go wrong. There could be an accident. There could be a stalled car. What if somebody hits me and I'm in an accident? What if all the lights I get to are all red instead of all being green? Like your mind can play those tricks on you where you think of everything negative about the thing that it is that you want. And what I'm telling you is as soon as you have that negative thought that is contrary to what you really want to happen, you need to switch it and you need to put a positive thought there. And again, this is something that I do naturally. And sometimes when we want something bad enough and the negative thought comes, we go, oh, I gotta stop thinking about that, But instead of just telling yourself, oh, I gotta stop thinking about that, you wanna change that thought into something different. And eventually what will happen, it's not like all negative thoughts are gonna go away, but you will begin to recognize how often you're having these negative thoughts, and you will want to stop having to switch your thoughts. So you're going to begin to focus on the positive. It's just going to happen naturally. So I'm almost done with the mango. Now I'm only going to use half of what I have down here, and I'm only going to use half of the banana because that's what the recipe is calling for. I'm going to use half of the orange, but I'm going to use all of the apple because it's such a little apple. Now, the recipe is saying that I need to core the apple. So I'm going to open the apple up and cut the center out so that I can get the seeds out. I don't have a corer. I used to have one. I don't know what happened to it because I used to juice a lot and I used to core my apples, but I actually don't have it. I don't know. I have no idea what happened to it. I think Miss Lucy, she's my cleaning lady. Well, was my cleaning lady before the pandemic. I'm a little afraid to have someone in my house like that right now. So just put the orange in there. I'm going to put the mango inside. So she used to hide our stuff. I used to say, when Miss Lucy is coming, you need to put away all the things that you want to really remember where they are located. Because if you do not, you're not going to know where they are after she is done. She likes to hide our things. Does anyone else have an issue like that with your cleaning person where they literally hide your stuff and you can't find it? Okay, so we'll do like that. Everything is really slippery right now. I don't really see that many seeds. That's one. Drop that in there. That's a little bit of one. And then we cut this top off. And I was supposed to use a half an apple, but this apple was so tiny that I figured I could go ahead and place it in here. So now I'm going to put the yogurt and the soy milk. So I say just like about a tablespoon of the yogurt. Remember, it doesn't really have a taste. It's just tastes like sour yogurt. And a little bit, just a little bit in the bottom to get the blender going. And I'm going to put a couple ice cubes in here as well. Okay. I have my glass here that we are going to pour this into. Now, if I was actually going to work, I would use one of my larger smoothie cups. But there you go. That's the Mango Delight. Now, what we see in here, those specks, that is the apple skin. It's good. Tastes like almost like like orange cream, like the syrup. We get the orange sorbet with the vanilla, whatever that's called. That's what this tastes like. So if I had peeled it, then I wouldn't see these specks. My blender isn't powerful enough to pulverize the skin, but the Vitamix I had really was. So I really need you to remember, when you have those rolling negative thoughts about something that you want really bad and you really want it to go right, if you really want it to happen the way you need it to come into your life, to manifest the way you really desire it to, then you need to only think about what it is that you want. So that worrying thought that you're thinking about, change it to something positive. I hope the smoothie recipes are helpful for you, because I know a few people who picked up some pandemic pounds and it's time to shed those pandemic pounds. So I decided to do the smoothie series as a result of hearing how many people had gained weight, because a meal replacement will help you to lose weight. You lose weight naturally, however you choose, whatever works for you. But I know meal replacements work, and I make a tasty smoothie. So I wanted to share that with my dreamers. Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or concerns about smoothies and meal replacements and what you can do with them, let me know. Because remember, you can always add protein into this if that's something that you like to do. You can always add your protein. I just don't add protein into my smoothies or my shakes just because I never really have. I tried it once and I didn't really like the way the powder tasted. So I X'd that. I only did it one time in my life. I had a friend who does it and she said it kept her fuller. So I tried it and I didn't like it. So no protein powder for me, but if that works for you, add it in. Because protein does help you stay fuller longer. The question is, does protein powder really make you fuller longer? And the share button's down here with an arrow. Click on that, share this to your social media platform. And remember, my face is gonna be up here in a circle. That way you can subscribe. So what I want you to do is click on my face, select the gray bell, select all, and that way you will be subscribed to my YouTube channel and you'll be notified to all the new content that I place up here to YouTube. Have a great day, dreamers.